Jacques Vaughn, Olumide Oyedeji in the starting lineup for the second consecutive game.
I have to let the old dude get out a little bit more, man.
If you're going to go there, Goose, just go all the way with it.
Hey, I'm going all the way.
Back to big throw. All right, basketball tonight now from Orlando, and it's going to be a fun night. Hope you'll settle back and enjoy it with us. We'll take a look at some great moments in Magic basketball history. It's Legends Night here on Sunshine Network. With Michael Jordan in town, that is an appropriate designation for sure. Mike Miller got it for three.
Well, sometimes that shot looks just so, it's beautiful leaving his hands. Perfect position on the release.
You know, Paul Kennedy hasn't aged that much, though.
Oh, really?
15 years. I have to say that in his defense. There's a block for the Magic, and Jacques Vaughn with the basketball. T-Mac matched up with Jordan. The starting lineup in its second game for the Magic with Oyedeji and Vaughn. That's touch last by the Wizards, only 6 on the shot clock.
Magic ball,
The
6
Wizards
seconds to shoot.
are not going to play Oyedeji all that much. They're going to see if he's going to be able to score.
They're going to see if Jacques Vaughn can make a shot, and he can.
Naturally, they're paying a lot of attention to Tracy McGrady, and it's going to come down to those other guys getting involved.
Stackhouse matched up with Miller.
The key is Mike Miller staying out of foul trouble in that matchup.
Stackhouse will take the ball to the basket and gets a lot of free throws. Leitner defending Sean Kemp. Jordan on McGrady again. T-Mac double teamed and a whistle. No argument from Leitner. The Magic inbound the ball. It's 14 on the shot clock. Miller flashing into the lane. Rattles it in.
Touching it upfield, Mike Miller. Got that one with a lot of confidence.
A great start for the Magic. They have made their first 3 shots of the game.
You see Jacques Vaughn out pressuring Larry Hughes. That's going to be real important.
Backdoor cut
Because he's a handful right there.
Larry Hughes.
Hughes has been playing very well for them.
Yes, he has.
A lot of doubt around the league as to whether or not he can play the point guard position, but recently he's done a nice job. Oyedeji against a good shot blocker. High off the glass. Oyedeji banks it in.
Very nice to get him involved in some offense because his guy is going to be going to help an awful lot. Better job by Jacques Vaughn fighting over that screen.
The backdoor cut again, and Hughes has 2 layups and 2 assists from Tristan Leitner.
He's going to be a lot taller at 6'6". He's a lot taller than Jacques Vaughn, so Jacques going to have to keep him off the low post.
And Vaughn goes right back at him.
Using his quickness there.
And it's still perfect from the field, 5 for 5. Jordan driving on the T-Mac, and a foul on Oyedeji.
Brandon Haywood.
Didn't make enough contact to keep Haywood from scoring.
Well, he made a good effort on it, trying to block the shot. Watch the footwork. Thought you might see Haywood called for a travel, but it was not to be.
Brendan Haywood on the free throw line. They had 3 former North Carolina Tar Heels in their starting lineup. Haywood, Jordan, and Jerry Stackhouse. Stackhouse defending Miller. Sloppy possession, the shot clock down to 10. Oyedeji, or rather Kemp, traveled, I believe, before the shot. Haywood is a good shot blocker.
Yeah.
He's so long.
Yes, he is. Pretty good defensive player. You know, he played all 4 years in college, so that usually helps out a lot. Those guys when it comes to defense and footwork.
There's Hughes out of the corner. Tough break for him. A long rebound picked up by Oyedeji. Jordan overplays McGrady. T-Mac pops out to the three-point line and lets it go. Boy, the Magic are red hot. 6 out of 6 as a team.
Well, and you know what, Tracy McGrady, you know he has wanted to take Michael long before now, but he stayed patient.
Foul number 11, Jacques Vaughn.
A little too much arm there. Vaughn thought he had a clean steal.
You'll see Tracy McGrady uses the screen by Oyedeji. And Michael too late to get there to force him to miss that shot.
Stackhouse just inside the arc. Shot it flat. Oyedeji grabbing the rebound. Umede with 3 rebounds already. Michael Jordan putting the pressure on McGrady. T-Mac splits the double team. Passed up an open shot. Oyedeji had turned his head, and T-Mac scolds him a little bit.
Well, that's one of those, you know it's Tracy McGrady. He's that open. You expect him to shoot it, so you partly blame Oyedeji and you partly blame Tracy McGrady for not taking that shot.
Jordan's first offering is no good. Olumide has 4 rebounds already. Vaughn stops and fires. There's the first miss. Back out to Jacques Vaughn off the long rebound. You don't get too many offensive rebounds against Washington. Vaughn turns it over. Jordan in the open floor. And the bucket by Leitner give the assist to Michael Jordan.
T-Mac turned his ankle, so now he's hurting. I guess it's his ankle.
Timeout, Magic.
Well, he went straight to the Magic bench trying to work off the pain. And now he's going to go back to the locker room with Teddy Arzonico, the Magic trainer, hot on his heels.
Sasser checked in for McGrady. Now, scoring is going to really be a problem with this unit on the floor. It's going to really be a problem. And that's one way to get some. Get in there and fight for the extra rebound.
Well, I think Oyedeji is just doing a great job. He did not get that rebound, but he's been around the basket throughout the first 5.5 minutes of this game.
Well, he keeps it alive. He knocks it away from Brendan Haywood. Look right there. And Gerald Sasser's there. Cleans that one up.
No question about the foul. Sasser, free throw no good. He just checked in for Tracy McGrady. Bill's got those long socks. It seems like they're longer tonight than normally.
A throwback, you know, this is Legends night. Back to the day when a lot of guys wore those high socks.
Magic lead is 6 with 6:34 to go in the first quarter.
See how long it takes Michael Jordan to challenge Gerald Sasser. He's on Christian Laettner for not giving him the ball.
He was jumper good. 5 points for Brendan Haywood. And a 4-point lead for the Orlando Magic. Jacques Vaughn pulls the trigger. Laettner triggers the outlet pass to Hughes. Now Stackhouse drives on Miller. Wrestling it away from Haywood.
They got to push it and get some fast break baskets. Be real nice. You have Mike Miller on the wing.
That's good. Beautiful rotation on that 3-point shot by Miller. 8 points for Miller in the first quarter.
Well, with T-Mac gone, transition basketball would be a real key for the Magic. If you don't have to get set up in that half-court game all the time. I'd be surprised if Michael passes this one.
Follow jumper, no good. Oyedeji with his 5th rebound. Jacques Vaughn driving around Hughes, blocked from behind by Hughes.
The ball out, and we can run it the other way.
Paul Kennedy.
All right, Tracy had that left ankle retaped. You'll be able to see the lip of the tape sticking high on that left ankle toward the blue tubing. I don't believe his right one, though, David and Jack, has been taped, but they did tape the left ankle. It's a bit sore, and we'll see how he can move around.
Well, that'll be something to watch. It doesn't appear, Paul and Goose, that he's laboring at all with that left ankle. I think he's all right.
You know, it's just surprising to me that you have guys now that do not
me too.
get their ankles taped. I mean, we had to get them taped every night. I mean, we had to. We didn't have an option. And I think a lot of teams were like that. And I guess you had fewer injuries that way, fewer ankle sprains.
Well, obviously, T-Mac has never had problems with his ankle. Because once you've had a bad sprain, you have no choice.
Yeah, it's just not no way to get over it.
Haywood misses short. The ball coming back towards him, but run down by Oyedeji.
Well, he's been active tonight, hasn't he? How many rebounds he has?
Six
already.
John Kemp feeding Oyedeji, missing in close. And then he commits the foul. Olumide's upset with himself, the 21-year-old. Playing some quality minutes, 8 good minutes in the first period for Olumide Oyedeji. He checks out of the game, and Pat Garrity checks in.
Yeah, he has. He's upset with himself because he fumbled that one away.
Miller getting the best of this matchup early on with Stackhouse. McGrady on Jordan. The spinning shot by Michael is no good. Rebounded by Mo Miller, lost it out of bounds. So Washington gets a break there.
Hey, you really don't want to give Washington second and third shot attempts because usually on these particular plays, Jerry Stackhouse gets a shot. Now that's an offensive foul, so it goes right back to the Magic. That might be on Larry Hughes.
Yeah.
Jacque Vaughn's just kind of bothering him. You know, he's just worrying him just enough to frustrate him on that play.
Miller wanted the foul, didn't get the call. Jordan now looks at the Stackhouse. The Wizards have numbers. And a foul, either Kemp or Miller trailing.
Vaughn was there also. I don't know who got him. We'll see.
Well, they're going to give it to Vaughn.
Yeah, Jacque Vaughn maybe got him on the way up. That is his second. Darrell Armstrong pulling off the sweats.
His second 14th foul.
Here's watch Jacque Vaughn on this play. He's going to reach in right there, get him right across the arm. Well, we mentioned a little while ago, Stackhouse goes to the line a bunch.
And for the Wizards, number 5.
Grant Hill had tests done today. It's just one of those situations for the Magic. Everything they do is new with Grant Hill. Uncharted waters is where they're treading right now. And there is some concern with Grant because they just don't know the Magic. And Grant Hill said he felt better, felt well enough to play, but the Magic would, of course, rather err on the side of caution here in this situation, so they're waiting.
Well, he had so much pain in Memphis Friday night. You and I both knew that it was going to be a while before he got back. We felt like they were going to have to take a good long look at his left ankle and make sure there's not something more serious going on.
Doug Collins is up, and he's telling the official, and he is correct. He's saying the ball hit you and you're in bounds. That's a live ball. Jerry Stackhouse had an opportunity to get that one. And Doug Collins makes a good point because the referee is part of the game, and that should be a ball that Stackhouse should get and be able to go the other way.
Meanwhile, Darrell Armstrong gives Orlando a 7-point lead again. Darrell had a lot of legs in that jumper. He looked very good.
Yeah, that's
deflection by Armstrong. Tyronn Lue feeds Stackhouse. And Stackhouse cuts the Magic lead to 5 with 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Trying to force a switch here, but it doesn't happen.
Here's Garrity. Laettner bats the ball to Hughes. Larry Hughes off balance, found Lue on the three-point line. He'll pull it back out.
Darrell Armstrong caught inside with Kwame Brown. Well, you better give him the ball down low. 3 seconds. Brown never got out of the paint.
An assist from Doc Rivers standing near midcourt.
Can't be just T-Mac tonight, and we've seen a lot of balance for the Magic, and the Wizards are a very good rebounding team, so you have to rebound against this ball club.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Clerk fell down, and Stackhouse gets it the other end. I don't know exactly what happened to Andrew.
He just stumbled a little. As I say, this is a very good rebounding team, the Wizards.
Well, he looked to run, too, and here's another foul against the Magic. Stackhouse will go back to the line. Garrity got it.
You know, Stackhouse is interesting because when Michael Jordan leaves the floor, Stackhouse seems to become more assertive. Because he knows now there's no question about what the first option is in their offense. It's all about him, and he knows it with Michael off the floor.
Two-time All-Star and capable of giving you huge numbers on any given night. Jerry Stackhouse. Brian Russell in for Christian Laettner.
I mean, it's interesting when Michael's out there with Jerry Stackhouse because Michael commands a lot of attention, obviously, but you know, with him out of there, Stackhouse just runs, and he misses both free throws. That's very unusual for him. 87% free throw shooting.
T-Mac out of the corner, got it. Tracy McGrady's second field goal of the game. The Magic lead is 5, 24-19.
Andrew DeClerc had both hands on right there, so he's going to pick up a quick foul. And that puts the Magic over the limit. The Wizards have just 2 team fouls in this period.
That foul on DeClerc, his first. Kwame Brown, the #1 pick in the draft in 2001. Out of Glenn Academy, and runs with Georgia. Signed with the University of Florida. Billy Donovan had an unbelievable recruiting class even without this guy, but you throw him in there.
Y'all don't need any more players. You don't need any more. Come on now. He's doing a great job recruiting. This is terrific recruiting.
There's a foul on Lou. Too much hands on Armstrong. So they're at the limit now with 1:11 to play in the quarter. What about the Southeastern Conference this year? I mean,
that's going to be tough.
The pre-conference schedule is any indication. Mississippi State and Alabama. Of course, Kentucky and Florida. They look like potential top 10 teams. McGrady is fouled. Counted for T-Mac.
Boy, how quickly did he get to the basket there? And old school, you can't let him make the layup. He got to the basket so quickly. I'm not for sure what anybody could have done with that.
This matches the Magic's largest lead with 1 minute to go in the quarter. Stackhouse to Brown. Youngster shooting over Garrity and punches it up.
Very nicely done there.
He is much improved over his rookie year.
Well, you know, these guys come out of high school, for the most part, it's going to take them a while to get going. And you just have to go along with it.
Great job by Armstrong to Cook. Hits the deck again. McGrady meanwhile drives it right to the basket.
Give Andrew DeClerc the assist. Give him the floor burn.
He spent more time on the floor tonight than standing up. Stackhouse for 3. The Magic are doing a great job on the defensive glass.
That's so important. Opportunity here to score and increase the lead a little bit. 29 points already in this period for the Magic.
Armstrong, that's off left. DeClerc hustles it down. Brown gets the block. Plenty of time left, but Dale Armstrong stepped out of bounds.
On the line, Wizards ball.
Washington with 4.7 left.
And look out for Stackhouse. Be nice if you just would not let him touch the ball.
It'll be Hughes, and it wouldn't have counted either.
Well, that sure brings back some good memories, doesn't it?
Sure does. Otis Smith had a huge game that night. Of course, Jordan did also. Jordan averaged 30 points a game in 30 meetings against the Magic coming into tonight's game. I don't recall him ever missing a game, Goose, where he was with a visiting team, either Chicago or Washington. T-Mac soaring above the rim.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't either. And I think it's quite an accomplishment for him to average just 30 points a game against us. To tell you the truth, I know he had over 50 a couple of times against us, didn't he?
Yep. He had 64 once. In Chicago, and the Magic won that game.
Anthony Bowie did a great job defensively on him in that.
Held him to 64. Hughes drops in a jumper over the rim.
Hughes.
Yeah, I love to tease AB about that. AB will tell you, I thought I did a great job on him.
Brady jumper is good again.
Tracy McGrady.
A lot of contact on that one, but no call.
Back-to-back shots by T-Mac. With the Magic a 9-point lead.
Have to give Michael the ball against Gerald Sasser. You would think he's going to get the benefit of the whistle if there's any contact. Well, great job defending by Sass.
2 more for Larry Hughes.
Larry Hughes.
8 points for Hughes. Garrity is fouled by Ursel.
For the Wizards as of late, averaging 4 points and 2 rebounds a game, but the key is he's not getting very many shots over that period of time. He's 6 for 14 over 5 games, so just about 3 shots a night is all he's getting. So it's going to be difficult for him to score a lot of points when he's getting just that many.
And he hasn't been in double figures in a long time, their last 12. He hasn't scored 10 or more. Magic lead by 9 again, 35-26.
Terrell Armstrong offering some assistance in that Sasser-Michael Jordan matchup.
There's Jordan's first field goal of the game. It comes early in the second quarter.
And Tracy McGrady needs to handle the ball here. They're trying to force a switch, but Michael Jordan plays right through it. And that's a magic ball. Kwame Brown knocks it out. But I'm just saying, since Tracy McGrady is shooting the ball so well right now, he needs to touch it right now just about every time down for the Magic. And then the interesting thing is, can T-Mac find someone open? Because they have to run some double teams at him. That's a 2-point shot.
And a rebound for Jordan.
Offense.
Well, you got a block by one official and a charge from another.
The official under the basket is saying he was inside the circle, but I don't think he was. They're changing it to block. Look, he's not inside when the contact was made. He was not inside. But you'll see Drew, look at his feet. And he didn't get inside until after the contact.
Let's see, Andrew DeClerc, Michael Jordan.
Now weigh it out right now. You have to keep it on the scales just a little. It's tipping one way. I mean, it's like, it's, okay. It's tipping the Michael side, yeah.
Then you had a veteran referee who called the foul against DeClerc, and the rookie, or he might be in his second year, called the foul against Jordan.
I think you call it DeClerc if you call it with him moving at the time of the contact, but if you call him inside that hash mark, which was indicated, that was not the proper call.
Holding foul on Tyronn Lue. We are having some audio difficulties tonight. We apologize for that, and we will get it straightened out just as soon as we can. Sasser thought about it. Hughes gives to DeClerc from the foul line. Sasser driving to the basket, makes it in. Went right past Jordan.
Give Andrew DeClerc the assist. Give Sasser the heads-up play for continuing on around to the basket. And as I say, this Michael Jordan has to keep touching the basketball in this matchup. Because if there's any contact, just like before, he's going to get the benefit of the whistle.
He's got 6 all in the second quarter. And he's keeping the Wizards within striking range. A 5-point Magic lead. A little trap put on by Washington. Magic plenty of time on the shot clock. McGrady, double clutch shot blocked by Kwame Brown. And Brown goes tumbling, and a foul on DeClerc. That's his third.
Andrew Duff had one just a little while ago. I figured he shared with us so we could.
Boy, you need to get here early for that one, then. That'll be a hot item. Only 5,000 of them.
Ball away time.
Well, he's on target in this quarter, isn't he? Yes. Perfect from the field in the quarter. Michael Jordan now with 8 in the period. And Washington overall is 5 out of 5 in the quarter. McGrady taking it to the basket. Boy, he got hit twice on the way and then drilled at the rim. Doc Rivers says, what took you so long?
Well, it gets him to the basket. Someone's hand is hurting. I don't know for sure who that was that went up to block it and his hand banged into the rim. Might have been Stackhouse. See that hand come up there in the rim? A lot of times you might get a goaltending call on that also.
They gave Lou the foul, the first guy that got him. No, he was the second. Jordan got
at least the second.
Might be seeing a couple of rims up there after getting hacked 3 times on the way to the bucket. The Magic won that game on December the 6th by 10, 88-78. 1 out of 2 for McGrady and a 4-point lead for the Magic. Larry Hughes now handling the ball again at the point. Lou is checked down in foul trouble. Jordan looking to score. This one's in and out. Good rebound by Sasser. And he'll hand it over to Armstrong. Garrity jet pass deflected by Russell out of bounds. Pat Garrity was 1 for 9 in the Magic's last game on Saturday against Boston.
Yeah.
And has not scored a field goal so far tonight, 0 for 3.
Oh, had T-Mac wide open on that one.
Double team, they come hacking, and the foul is called against Jordan.
And that puts the Wizards over the limit. Funny how those fouls work. You remember that first quarter, Magic went over the penalty first, and the Wizards had just 2 fouls late in the game, late in that period, where the Magic with just 2 fouls here in this quarter. And they'll shoot free throws the rest of the way.
Well, McGrady stumbled on the line the other night against Boston. He made 8 out of 14. But he got tired, I think, at the end of that game. So did Paul Pierce. They worked against each other.
They played
going
hard.
head-to-head all night.
They played hard, though. I mean, they were challenged.
That was fun to watch.
That was. I mean, it wasn't real pretty basketball.
No.
They was going to try to get set up to draw a charge on Hughes. But Hughes doing a good job handling the ball. Now, you don't want him to get to the basket. You want to see if he's going to make a jump shot. Now, that's too close to the hole right there.
Brian Russell rebounds out to Hughes for 3.
Short.
Darryl Sasser continues to do a good job defensively and rebound. T-Mac in and out. There's Sasser getting his hands on another. And Garrity is the beneficiary.
And Sasser gets the assist. Sasser got hit in the face. He's pointing to the bench. He needs to come out.
Johnny Davis looked at him and said, go on,
Yeah,
stay out there.
you don't want to come out now, man. You're fighting for minutes. Forget about that. Now Sasser can't leave. Got T-Mac with the foul. I was going to say Sasser cannot leave Jerry Stackhouse to go help, but he's out of the game right now anyway. Got a finger in the eye, I think. Yeah, it was funny watching Johnny Davis. Man, don't wave over here to us. You got to be crawling. There's the feet getting tangled up there.
He's still pretty quick with that pump fake and first step, isn't he? At age 39. Here they are again, matched up on the wing. T-Mac gets the best of him this time. Vaughn to McGrady. Fouled by Stackhouse, and he goes belly first.
He's okay. He's okay. No problem there. No reason to get upset. That's one of those where he had time to brace himself before he hit the floor. But there's a great defense by. And watch the bounce pass from Jacques Vaughn. Perfect timing.
Tracy McGrady shooting 2.
Oh, boy, you're getting a look at a tremendous young talent tonight in Tracy McGrady. And, of course, an NBA legend in 39-year-old Michael Jordan. Pretty interesting dichotomy there as they're matched up together throughout most of the first half.
Well, fair or not, guys playing in this league are going to be measured to Michael Jordan, maybe from now on, but definitely for a long, long time. And of course, T-Mac has been, the comparison has been made. I still think the thing that makes Michael Jordan so much greater than everybody else that's played this game now and maybe even before. I won't say that much greater than everybody, but his determination, just that will to win, it's almost unmatchable.
Stackhouse comes up short. Miller grabs the rebound, and here come the Magic, leading by 10. Miller got a good long rest. Garrity to Vaughn. He takes it and goes, and a block. Block is the call.
Too close to the basket, I think Stackhouse was that time. But I think that's the thing that makes Michael Jordan so much greater than everybody else. And Mike has technical foul on Jerry Stackhouse coming. But Michael, you know, when he was asked, Michael, what is it that you think that makes you so much better? Michael said the thing that makes me better might be that I'm not afraid to make mistakes. So many guys in this league measure everything they do and think about it. Michael said, I know I'm not perfect. So when you're not afraid to make mistakes, you can go out and you can play. And that's what he did. I mean, I know it was a whole lot more than that, but boy, he just has this determination to be the best. And I think it's greater in him than maybe anybody else that's played the game, certainly since he's been playing, and most before.
Well, you could probably count them on one hand that had that kind of will to win. Elgin Baylor, maybe Jerry West.
Yeah, you go to Will, Larry Bird, some of those
Magic
guys.
Johnson.
Magic, he was unique in his own right. I tell you what, you remember before Michael Jordan came out of retirement, the Washington Wizards had trouble selling tickets. They've sold out every game since Michael's been back. And that's how many, he sold out every building he's been in the NBA. So that tells you what people think about it.
Now Washington leads the league in home attendance. Couldn't say that before his return to the NBA. Stackhouse, after getting a technical foul, responding with a jumper. 8 points for Stackhouse, a 9-point lead for the Magic.
Well, it would be real nice for the Magic to keep an 8 or better lead going into halftime. This is big here. Yeah, that's real big.
That's a nice adjustment by Darrell Armstrong.
Yeah, just to find him.
Stackhouse under the rim, too far under the rim was Jerry Stackhouse. Miller stops for three. That's short. Vaughn in there, keeping it alive, but Jordan comes down with it.
Well, you make that one. That's one that Doug Collins stands up, blows the timeout, and chews on his guys just a little bit.
Vaughn is on Stackhouse, gets the double team help from Garrity.
There it is right there. He's been trying to get it. He's been trying to read Larry Hughes the whole time they've been matched up. Now watch right here. Watch the guess. He guesses right, and he finally gets it.
Favorite Magic moment is when Penny had 40 back-to-back in the playoffs against Miami Heat.
Well, back-to-back 40-point games for Penny Hardaway in the first round of the playoffs against the Miami Heat. And T-Mac really idolized Anthony Hardaway as a youngster, growing up in Auburndale, Florida. Darrell Armstrong having himself a big night tonight.
Yes, he is. Little finger roll action there for Darrell. Well, Penny Hardaway at that time, I mean, you think about back-to-back 40-point games. The Heat had won the first two. They were thinking about and talking about sweeping the Magic, and went back down to Miami, and the Magic came just this close to winning that series. And down in Miami, it was just gorgeous watching him work. And you're right. This number one patterned himself after the other one. But that was a fun series there.
It was. I remember a big shot by Tim Hardaway for Miami that closed the door in Game 5 down in Miami. Michael Jordan adds 2 more. That's 10 in the quarter for Jordan. Jordan, long pass to Russell.
Oh, yeah, that's foul. Yeah. Jacqueline just couldn't get control as Brian Russell got out behind the defense.
That's his third personal, so Gerald Sasser is up off the Orlando bench.
Brian Russell shooting 2.
Brian Russell, 32 years old in his 10th year in the NBA. Had 9 good seasons with the Utah Jazz, was a part of their 2 NBA Finals teams. From the TD Waterhouse Center on a Monday night, a sellout crowd. And we're glad you've tuned in on Sunshine Network with Paul Kennedy and the Goose Jack Gibbons. I'm David Steele. The Magic have led by as many as 14. And Brian Russell tries to cut the lead to 10 and does.
Once again, the Magic need to try to maintain at least an 8-point lead here going into halftime.
Garrity is unguarded.
Yeah, that's big. Another big shot. And you see the Wizards starting to help more and more on Tracy McGrady. T-Mac with 19, and Garrity has knocked down his last 2.
Well, he's made 3 in a row.
3 in a row.
He's got 10 total now in the quarter. Russell for 3.
Now that's just as big as Garrity's right there because the Magic trying to build.
Garrity slipped into the corner. The pass goes inside to Sasser for the turnaround jumper.
Gerald Sasser taking total advantage of these minutes he's been getting lately with some of the other injuries to the Magic.
5 points, 4 rebounds for Sass here in this first half. Sasser defending Jordan.
Not a whole lot he can do about that. Michael got the fall away right on target.
Armstrong going baseline. Fires out to Miller. 3 more for the Magic.
Tell you what, the Magic getting so much penetration. They're getting so much going down towards the basket that the Wizards have to get back in there and help. Now let's see if T-Mac's going to be able to force Michael off balance on that follow-up.
He goes past him. I think T-Mac got it from behind. Sasser on the drive.
Oh, Gerald Sasser. Oh, almost. Sasser wanted to foul also, and that's in the act of shooting, and it's, oh, it does not go in. Almost.
Wasn't it Jordan on one of those threes?
Yeah, didn't force him to miss it, though, did he?
No. A big-time announcer,
Yeah.
Tom Tolbert.
He does a good job.
Yeah, he
Does a real good job.
Better announcer than he was a player, I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, this might be true.
Paul Kennedy at halftime with a Michael Jordan tribute. And we'll have highlights and stats for the first half. The Dodge halftime report. Stackhouse with 2 free throws.
See the Wizards now in a little bit of zone defense action. Mike, if the Magic can knock down some outside shots, that might force him to get out of it. T-Mac had Christian Laettner up in the air, probably could have jumped into him and gotten to the free throw line, but you don't want to take a chance him coming down on your back. So
Laettner with 3 on the shot clock. Blocked by Garrity. And they run out of time.
oh, Garrity, big time block there by Pat Garrity. Just kept his hands straight up in the air. Caught the ball on the way up.
An 11-point lead for the Magic with 1:34 to play in the first half. Orlando has not trailed in this first half of basketball.
Every possession is big for the Magic and trying to maintain that double-digit lead.
Tell you a great stat right now. The Magic have 17 assists in the first half. That's a lot of first half assists. That's kicked by Laettner. And they'll put 14 seconds back on the clock.
Shoot 14.
There are some holes in that zone defense. Tracy McGrady doing a good job moving without the basketball. So you might see him getting open along the baseline after he makes a pass.
Well, the ball movement has been beautiful in the first half. But Garrity misses that open 3. That's a carry on Hughes.
Almost got away with it.
Magic ball.
Hughes is saying, I didn't go get it. I let it come back down. I didn't bring my hand up. I didn't go under the ball. But he covered too much space without dribbling the basketball.
Jordan is on McGrady.
A bit of a box and one type action. Oh. Good pass. Could not handle it.
The other team able to get a shot the last several trips. Jordan misses, and a foul on Garrity. The Magic are over the limit, so Leitner will shoot 2. The second personal foul on Pat Garrity.
His second penalty situation. Christian Leitner shooting 2.
I'm kind of surprised in one way that the Wizards went to that zone defense in the first half, because now the Magic have a chance to go in and talk about it at halftime. A lot of times you see teams wait and spring that zone on you later on in the game. We saw Hubie Brown do that the other day in Memphis and kind of threw the Magic off. The Magic have done that a couple of times in the second half, but now at least the Magic can go in and talk about it at halftime.
Brady finding Sasser. That is for 2. Garrity bats it out. Armstrong pulls it back. The Magic will play for the final shot of the quarter. Or maybe not. The basket won't count. The call goes against Armstrong.
No basket.
Well, that's a bad timing on that one.
Harold Armstrong. His second.
Well, that foot's right on the line. I don't know if you could see it on that one. It's at 9 right now. So getting a miss here, forcing a miss is very big.
Oyedeji's in the game for defense. Russell.
And get a break there. Russell wide open.
It's definitely one of the highlights of my whole basketball career, you know, high school, college, even my pro career. So it had to be the highlight.
Well, you made a lot of big shots through the years for the Magic, but that was a great defensive play. We're going to keep Nick with us for about half of this third period and chat with him from time to time. And we appreciate Nick for taking some time out here on Legends Night on Sunshine Network, with the Magic taking on Michael Jordan and the Washington Wizards. The Magic with a 9-point lead. And Michael Jordan, certainly Nick Anderson, not what he once was, but still a pretty good basketball player, isn't he?
He still shows his flashes. I heard Jack mention earlier that he doesn't have, you know, the elevation that he used to have once in his career. But, you know, his athleticism is gone, but he's a smart basketball player that shows.
Well, he just missed a jumper, his first attempt of the quarter.
Nick, you see Michael Jordan out there, and obviously you had some great games against Michael. Tell us about some of the things you remember most about Michael Jordan playing against him.
Well, you know, earlier in my career, you know, when I knew I had to go against him the next day, you know, it's already a mindset thing for you. So you're trying to figure out, well, how I'm going to play this guy when I play against him. I used to find myself, instead of guarding him, I was watching him.
I think you and a lot of other people.
And I know a lot of guys still do the same thing today.
Well, he does, especially used to strike awe in especially young players in the NBA. Stackhouse shot is in and out. There's been no score in this third period. We played a minute and a half with the Magic still up by 9 against the Wizards.
You know, Nick, it's interesting when you think about it. Michael Jordan played against us, had some big games against us. I'm talking 50, 60 points. But the Magic were still able to win that game. Win the game against Michael when he had big ones, right?
Well, there's one game in particular that I can remember, that, you know, on my birthday in Chicago.
He had 64 that night or something like that?
Yeah, and I hit if I'm not mistaken, I hit a 3, and it went into overtime, and we ended up winning the game on my birthday.
128-124 was the score of that game, and it wasn't just a three-point shot, Nick. It was It was way back beyond the three-point line.
Well, I had a little range back then. I don't know how it is today, but back then I had a little range.
What are you doing now, Nick?
Well, I'm staying in a little bit of shape. I can't sit here and tell you that I'm in the conditions that these guys are in right now, but I'm trying to stay in a little bit of shape. I'm relaxing, and I just got a good peace of mind right now.
Well, is basketball in your future, or have you hung it up for good?
No, it's always in the future. I can't never get away from the game that I love. Hopefully, you know, not playing again. I want to do something in the basketball field.
But Nick, and you still have a home here in Orlando, so obviously, since you do make your home here.
Well, Orlando, that's home. You know, I'm
right.
from Chicago, but that is home for me. You know, there's no other place that I'd rather be.
Well, there's a whole lot of fans here that feel the same way, man. They remember you well.
There's a steal by Jordan, but the outlet pass is too long. Michael saved it, but into the hands of T-Mac.
There was a day Michael would have probably gotten that one. Sean Oyedeji picks up the foul on that play, holding on to Brendan Haywood. Mike Miller got caught up in the air and had really nowhere to go with it. Decided to shoot it at the last minute. Had just a little bit too much on it. Yeah, there was a time Michael would have gotten this one, but just not able to do it there. And a lot of happy fans down there have a little Michael Jordan sweat on them.
Smiling faces.
Yeah, they just happy because he ran up in the stand.
That's
Everybody
right.
gets their little touches in their field.
Feel like they're a little part of history now. There, Michael Jordan ran right into their lap. There's a foul. We'll put Leitner on the line. And Nick, with Tracy McGrady now one of the top players in the NBA, wearing a Magic uniform. What are your thoughts on T-Mac?
Oh, let me correct you. Not one of the best. I think right now he's the best player in the league. My own personal opinion. Orlando has the total package in Tracy McGrady. The guy plays on both ends of the floor. And he's not healthy right now, and he's still dominating the game.
Well, I agree with you, Nick, and you know, we're just counting the days until he does get healthy, because it sure makes our jobs a whole lot easier when he is on top of his game, when he is healthy and doing some of the things only Tracy McGrady right now can do.
Well, he's a great talent. You know, it's one thing that I see in him now that I didn't see early in his career. And of course, you have to give a guy room to grow. He's learned how to, not only his athleticism and his ability, he knows how to take over a game now. Yeah, I watch him. He just takes over a game.
And he's figured out how to make his teammates better, too, which is another big step toward greatness. Just a great pass right there to Shawn Kemp. Well, he is the whole package. You're right, Nick. And Shawn Kemp on the line with Orlando leading Washington by 8. Kemp has not scored in the game.
That's a kid right there at that free throw line who came out together. We came out
That's right.
in '89 in the draft together.
All right, tell you what, this is an ugly third quarter so far here. The Magic, well, they're fortunate because the Wizards not doing much either, but with Stackhouse on the floor, you know it's only a matter of time because he's going to make shots.
Well, he's a high-volume player. He gets a lot of shots. You know, he's real streaky. Once he gets it going, he's very hard to stop.
You're talking about Stackhouse?
Yes.
You know, that reminds me of a quote from Otis Smith, one of your early Magic teammates. He said, after about an 8 for 26 game for him, he said, you know, you can't score if you don't get it up there. So Otis would take a few shots, wouldn't he?
Oh, yeah. He used to pick the ball up.
Magic missed another one in close.
I remember them days where that'll be a highlight film on someone's head.
No doubt about it. Shawn Kemp lost control of that one going up.
Boy, neither team is able to score here in the quarter. It was 58-49 when the period began. We played 4 minutes.
I think the last few times down the court, there's been a few bad shots taken and shots rushed.
Jordan is called for the foul, and he smiles at young referee Pat Frayer.
Michael's telling him, man, you haven't been in this league long enough to blow the whistle against me. What are you thinking about?
Needs to tell him, hey, that's Michael Jordan. You can't blow that.
And he's got enough still to dunk it in transition after the steal. And that gets the crowd buzzing at the TD Waterhouse with 7:40 to go in the quarter. Kemp finally gets it to go, and he'll go back to the line.
Doc Rivers was going to call a timeout. Trace McGrady said, no, let us play through this. And he did. Michael Jordan, he can still defend. Tell you what, he doesn't dress it up quite as much as he used to, but this crowd really likes the fact that he showed a little bit of hops on that one.
Kemp shooting one.
That last foul on Jordan as well. That's his third. Kemp converts the three-point play. The Magic are back on top by 9. Nick, some of your early year memories, some of the players you played with the Magic. Give us some of your thoughts on those first 3 years before Shaq arrived, as Jordan turns the ball over.
Well, playing with Scotty Skiles has got to be one of the highlights of my career, too. He's the guy that gave 110% every time he stepped on the floor. Feisty, he wants to win, you know. I just enjoyed my years playing with Scott Skiles.
And there was Terry Catledge in years 1, 2, and 3. McGrady with another jumper. And of course, Nick Anderson was there.
And won at Sacramento. They've won a lot of close games here lately, and the thing is, they seem to be trying to get along with each other.
I'll give Mo Cheeks a lot of credit out there. Christian Laettner cuts the Orlando lead back to 9 with 6:55 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, Mo's found a way to get them playing hard.
T-Mac got Stackhouse off his feet but missed the shot. Washington ball.
Michael Jordan hit that one. Michael said, listen, y'all not going to get that call. Leave it alone.
He's having some fun tonight, isn't he? You know, he's going to really miss playing again.
Well, I think he is.
You know, he loves it so much. You can just tell how much he loves the game. What a competitor he is.
I mean, you can see it tonight.
Yeah. Laettner made one just a moment ago and knocks down another. Christian Laettner has 11 for Washington, and the Wizards are down by only 7, almost halfway through the third quarter. McGrady inside to the Clerk. Haywood got him, sending Andrew DeClercq to the free throw line.
I'll tell you what, if Andrew wasn't so strong, if he would just fall on a couple of these plays, I think he'd force the officials to blow a flagrant foul. But Andrew just takes the punishment and jumps right back up. And he doesn't even hit the ground.
Yeah, the other night was it Kemp that bowled over Sam Cassell, and he laid there gasping, sputtering, and rolling around on the ground. And the officials
finally they blew a flagrant. Finally. And then Sam Cassell gets up and laughs at the official.
Yeah.
I mean, he's laughing right in his face like,
gotcha.
Finally.
Andrew DeClercq knocks down both free throws.
Tell you what, this is the scary part of the game. The Magic are going to have to get refocused here and try to get their offense going. They have to figure out that zone.
Laettner starting to feel it in this quarter, but missed that one. Rebounded by McGrady. DeClercq running ahead of the pack. McGrady found him, and DeClercq gives Orlando an 11-point lead.
A huge game last game out. The Celtics
had a double-double. Stackhouse is held by Miller.
13 points and 12 rebounds for Andrew DeClercq against the Celtics.
In a second penalty situation.
Magic are over the limit. Stackhouse to the line with 5:24 to play in the third quarter. The Magic have yet to trail and have led by as many as 14.
For Washington, number 5.
Jerry Stackhouse leading the Wizards in scoring at 22.3 points per game as Kwame Brown replaces Brendan Haywood.
Tell you what, I like Brendan Haywood. He does some real good things. Good shot blocker, good rebounder. Offensively, he's not as far along, but he's still getting better offensively.
The Clerks found Miller on the opposite wing. Rebound Brown.
That's a good shot there. One the Magic are going to need to make on the weak side of the floor. Yeah, that's a good call. Tracy McGrady with the foul.
Foul number 1, Tracy McGrady.
Doc Rivers leans back in his chair and smiles at Michael Jordan.
His third penalty situation.
Michael has a word for Doc.
Mike said, Doc, come on. You know he got me now. You know he got me. And Doc's just saying, he got him, but just give me the same call.
Michael Jordan cuts the lead to 8. That's his first point of the third quarter.
The Wizards are doing exactly what they have to do right now. They're keeping the game close. And they are very, very happy with where they are now. They have not played well.
Well, the Magic have not played their best basketball late in games either. Armstrong, Miller, Leitner flies by. T-Mac at the top of the arc. Good defense by Washington, but a foul on Leitner with the shot clock at 5.
So Jordy Clark gets a couple free throws here. I tell you what, against the zone defense, the worst thing you can do is stand around. And I will give the Magic credit for keeping the ball moving and keeping bodies moving and forcing that zone defense to shift. If you do that long enough, you're going to find an opening. Someone's going to be open.
The Magic had 17 assists at the half. And they have 3 more in the third quarter.
Now, it's a little bit harder to get them against the zone defense. But the way to get them against the zone is for that point guard or Tracy McGrady, someone to penetrate into the paint and kick the ball out. That's where the assists are going to come from against the zone.
Kwame Brown has it poked away by DeClercq with 11 on the shot clock. Kwame Brown last year reminded me of Tracy McGrady in his rookie year in Toronto. I mean, T-Mac was lost his rookie year also. Kwame Brown struggled last year with Washington. Tough shot by Stackhouse. He thought he should have been on the line.
Yeah, very tough shot.
McGrady on the drive, lost the basketball. Touch last by the Wizards.
I mean, you know, against the zone, you can penetrate. I mean, you just think because you're playing against guys who are playing positions that you can't get in there, but you can. And Tracy McGrady was in there.
That's a big basket by Pat Garrity.
Yes,
He's made 3 threes tonight after going 1 for 9 from the field 2 nights ago against Boston. So a nice recovery by Garrity tonight. Jordan, Hughes challenged by Armstrong for 3. Well, the Wizards have made a lot of big shots to stay close.
Larry Hughes seems to love to play against the Magic.
Oh, tough pass. Good catch by T-Mac. Armstrong from the top of the arc. He's fouled by Stackhouse for 3 shots. Stackhouse already has 1 technical foul tonight, so he cannot protest too loudly.
He came running at Darrell Armstrong, and he gets a piece of the ball. You saw him get the arm also. Good job by Darrell Armstrong, making sure there's some body contact.
Michael Jordan just went over to Stackhouse and said, get away from him.
You have 1.
You've already got 1 technical. Armstrong knocks in the first of 3 free throws. Stackhouse is still talking to the NBA official. Michael Jordan has checked out of the game. Tyronn Lue has checked in. Lue forgot that Armstrong had another free throw coming and started charging in. And Darrell made all three. A 10-point lead for the Magic as we approach the 3-minute mark in the third quarter.
And as badly as the Magic have played, they have been able to maintain that 10-point lead.
It's been a good defensive night for the Magic. Kwame Brown with the jumper.
Now that's a nice shot there by Kwame Brown. Just think about it. If he starts making that shot, and that's a pretty good.
Armstrong came flying through there. Let's see if they give it to Darrell. Yep.
Just a little bit top heavy, you know, so if I let it go, there it is. Got it going. Staying up there now.
The free throw by Hughes is good. Now, that's an interesting look. I haven't seen one of those action bobbleheads before.
First one we've had.
Larry Hughes makes it a 6-point game, 77-71. Wizards having a real good offensive quarter. Armstrong is open. Garrity touched it last. And Washington can cut into that 6-point lead now with 2:40 to go.
Yeah, it's as I said before, the Wizards doing just what they want to do here, and that is to keep it close.
And look for Stackhouse. Give it to him against Miller.
Well, like I said, when Michael leaves the floor, it's all about Jerry Stackhouse. He misses that one. Good job, Mike Miller. Just good man-to-man defense.
Miller, 4-3.
See, sooner or later, if you make outside shots, you'll shoot the team out of the zone defense. But I think Doug Collins is real happy with where they are because, number one, you've taken Tracy McGrady out of the game. And that's how you know when you're talking about a good player.
Oh, man. That was slow motion, wasn't it?
Well, Kwame Brown just took Andrew DeClercq out. I mean, some teams get hot, so you have to go to the zone. But we saw Memphis, and once again, we see the Wizards go to the zone because they cannot stop Tracy McGrady.
Well, we'll see what the Wizards are going to do defensively. Right now, they've got the ball. Miller called for a bump as Stackhouse tries to cross through.
Number 50,
Mike Miller's third. Stackhouse gets to the line again.
His third penalty situation.
Jerry Stackhouse, 6 out of 8 on the foul line tonight.
Paul Kennedy was in that last huddle during that timeout, and Doc Rivers asked Tracy McGrady, can you drive to the basket? And T-Mac told him, no, I cannot drive. So I don't know if that means the lane had not presented itself or it means Tracy McGrady is nursing that back.
Or the ankle.
Or the ankle, one or the other.
Rolled early in the game. Washington back to 10.
And then back to the man-to-man. So we'll see how long it takes Tracy McGrady to get going.
Miller finds DeClercq.
Very nicely done. Yeah, you can really challenge. You see the Magic now, you know, they're running at him on the perimeter. So Mike Miller gets the advantage going to the baseline.
20-year-old Kwame Brown. Well, he was in big trouble, but
Andrew DeClercq.
Foul is on DeClercq.
Yeah, that's
Andrew's fourth.
Yeah, but see, that's not a good foul because you want to see if Kwame Brown's going to be able to make that shot. He was working against a double team. Watch McGrady come into the picture. And Andrew DeClercq brings the arm down instead of keeping him straight up. He does miss the free throw, so it doesn't hurt the Magic quite as much, except that DeClercq picks up his fourth on that one, and Drew playing well again here tonight.
You're looking at the first high school player ever taken #1 in the NBA draft, Kwame Brown.
And it might not pay dividends until another year or two.
I believe it will pay.
Oh, I do too.
Don't you?
Yes.
T-Mac only one third-quarter field goal. An 11-point lead for the Magic late in the third. Stackhouse, beautiful crossover, ran over to Clerk and commits an offensive foul.
Great job, Drew, from the weak side.
Offensive foul.
You just got to love the way the Clerk is playing this game
His fourth.
for the Magic. Not just tonight, but for the last month and a half.
In for the Magic, number 40, Sean Kemp.
Great job moving his feet, establishing position well outside that arc.
Tracy McGrady is in a lot of pain over there on the Magic bench. I watched him go out. He just walked to the bench, and Gerald Sasser jumped up and came to him. I came in for him.
You think it's the ankle or the
No,
back?
I think it's the back. It took him about 2 minutes to sit down, to work his way down to the bench.
The ball is touched last by the Wizards. It appeared that Hughes had his hands all over
it
Miller.
might get overridden. Yeah, see, it's going to get overridden. So they're not even going to get the ball.
And what I'm talking about is that right forearm that's riding Mike Miller out through the lane, which
yeah,
did not
of course.
get called. Doc said that was a foul first, and I think he's right. Jordan returns for Washington with 17.6 seconds to go in the quarter.
Well, what Doc is saying is you're either going to have to give me the ball or give me the foul.
Sure.
One or the other. Come on. Michael will try to shoot over Darrell Armstrong.
Tyronn Lue misfires Miller. And that is going to be the end of the third quarter. So after all is said and done, the Wizards cut the lead to 6, but the Wizards by 11.
Man, I've
85-74.
been waiting all night to hear Newfound Glory. I heard earlier they were going to have that clip and counting the minutes just to hear Newfound Glory.
The problem is you'll be humming that tune in your head all night. There's Jordan with the miss, Kwame Brown with the rebound. Michael. And the foul on Garrity.
Foul number 8.
That foul is Garrity's third. The Magic started the fan had a word for Michael.
His fourth.
And they share a laugh. The Magic started the third quarter leading by 9. Washington was able to cut it to 6. And that was big, Goose, that the Magic were able to pull the lead back out to 11. Tyronn Lue finds Russell out of the corner.
Yeah, that was big. I mean, because it was 6, and I was just saying the Wizards had the game right where they wanted it. Garrity knocks, Miller knocks down a 3. Garrity knocks down a 3.
That'll be a foul on Brian Russell.
Foul number 2, Brian Russell.
He picks up his third.
Be nice to
Third, first team foul.
see Sean Kemp make a quick drop step move to the baseline side against Kwame Brown and use that body to clear out a little space down there. He's catching it low, but that's travel. He's catching it low down there, but Sean Kemp is a passer instead of thinking about his offense.
Not many turnovers tonight. 11 for the Magic, 12 for the Wizards.
Well, I know Doc Rivers would love to get through this the rest of this game without having to use
Is this
Tracy
Jordan?
McGrady.
Offensive foul. number
Michael Jordan.
42,
No, it's
Jimmy
Stackhouse.
His fifth.
That's his 5th personal.
Foul.
Let's check in with Paul Kennedy. What's the latest on T-Mac, PK?
Well, it's his back now, David. He has a heating pad on his lower right back, and that is bothering him enough that he has to sit for a while. He's in obvious discomfort, and also the sore left ankle that he turned earlier. So a tough night for him, and you have both he and Grant Hill now sitting on the sideline for the Magic. David?
Armstrong, a clean strip of the ball from Jordan. 3-on-1. Garrity trailing.
And it goes. Yes, it does. And it goes. Great pass, Darrell Armstrong, and great concentration from Mr. Garrity
A bit more.
a few years ago.
Boy, that was a great moment. We thank Nick Anderson for joining us by phone. If you missed that early in the third quarter, you missed some interesting comments from Nick on Legends Night here on Sunshine Network. Taking a look back at some great moments from Magic basketball history, and focusing also on Michael Jordan as he makes his final appearance tonight in Orlando. Beautiful assist, Lue, to Kwame Brown.
Tyronn Lue probably should have been called for an offensive foul. He locked Darrell Armstrong up with that forearm and grabbed Darrell by on the knee, but
Sasser's shot rebounded by Hughes with 9:50 to go.
good job, Mike Miller, cutting him off.
Jordan shovel pass. Out top to Lue. Russell for three again. This one's good. Brian Russell, a long time, an outstanding three-point shooter with the Utah Jazz. He's made 2 tonight. Wizards are back to within 9.
Timely shots. He normally makes timely shots.
Sasser open, fouled by Brown.
Very nicely done. As I say, you have to keep that ball moving.
And it has been moving tonight.
And it has been. And you're keeping the Wizards defense just a little bit off balance. Tracy McGrady back into the game. And Mike Miller might take a seat. Didn't know if Doc would come back with him quite so quickly. But you can tell if you just watch Tracy McGrady run up the floor. We'll try to keep a camera on him. And you watch how straight up and down he's running. I mean, he's not leaning over in that runner's position at all.
So don't expect to see T-Mac explode to the basket in the last 9-12.
Well, he might be a decoy right now. I mean, I know that sounds kind of weird. We're talking about Tracy McGrady, but he might be turned into a decoy here for the rest of this game.
Well, the Magic, if they can get through this one with a win, don't play again until Friday night.
Yeah, that's going to be huge.
It's the first time this year that we've had any kind of a break in the schedule. Tyronn Lue from the foul line.
Now Tyronn Lue will make some shots. He is capable. Hasn't shot it real well this year at times.
Jordan hounding T-Mac. Sasser takes it and shoots it in.
Oh, that's great recognition by Tracy McGrady.
And a nice finish by Gerald Sasser. A 10-point lead again. Offensive foul on Michael Jordan. That's a call you haven't seen go against him many times in his NBA career. We'll be back.
A celebration, a ceremony that is going to be huge.
Well, I look forward to being there for that too, Goose. February the 28th is that date. The ball squirts away from Armstrong. And that is a sunshine telecast. Offensive foul is called on Gerald Sasser.
His first, no team foul.
So Washington gets the ball back. We're almost 4 minutes into the fourth quarter. And Miller checks in for Sasser.
Sasser, good minutes again. Got caught in the corner with nowhere to go with the shot clock running down. He tried to create something for himself. Still think the Magic are going to need something from Shawn Kemp offensively. Well, that's trouble, but not for Michael.
Russell. Pretty good defense by Orlando. Miller gets the rebound. I noticed Washington had turned its defense up a notch.
Oh, yeah.
On the last Magic possession. We're going to push hard to try and pull this game out. T-Mac finds Kemp.
There you go.
Puts it in.
Thank you, Shawn Kemp, because they're going to need some points down there because those big guys are just roaming the paint freely, and they are offering up a lot of help when the Magic drive into the basket, so Shawn's going to have to be a factor here down the stretch. Good job pushing Kwame Brown off the block, and you just can't allow him to get to the basket. That's good. That's giving that one is not a bad thing. Not at all.
A 12-point lead. The Magic looking to increase it.
Well, Michael's still good defensively.
He really is.
Look at that. He's still good defensively. I'm telling you, he wants the challenge.
This is not McGrady at his 100% best.
Well, I do agree with that.
But he's still awfully good. Gabriel gets the bucket.
Yeah, Tracy McGrady is not able to go where he wants to go. But I tell you what, Michael, you see that look in his eye. I mean, I still love that look out of Michael.
T-Mac is on him. We have a 3-second call against the Magic.
Violation. That is the T.
Sean Kemp, the illegal defender. Michael Jordan will go to the foul line as the Magic have matched their largest lead of the game at 14.
Jerry Stackhouse up. He will come in on the next dead ball. Then
In for the Wizards, number 42, Jerry Stackhouse.
now, Tracy McGrady had a big first half, and that back has tightened up on him. So he's not been a real factor in the second half, but he has, as I say, he's a decoy. The Wizards have to play him, and they have to double up on him.
Well, not what it used to be, but it still gathers 2 points for the Washington Wizards. The lob was a little bit off target as well from Tyronn Lue. A 3-point trip for the Wizards. Jordan got the 3 points. He goes for the steal. McGrady is sandwiched.
Oh, no.
Oh, they got an offensive
he was
foul on
moving.
T-Mac.
Oh, there were a lot of motion, a lot of movement. A lot of movement. Not even a square hit. Look at Doc Rivers and see what he thinks about it. Not even a square hit from Tracy McGrady here. You see him lean over. Boy, that's an awful call. Not very good at all.
Easy there, Tommy Heinsohn.
I didn't go that far. I'm just saying it wasn't very pretty.
T-Mac all over Jordan. Great defense by Tracy McGrady, and Miller gets the rebound.
I mean, I know what you were thinking. You weren't thinking it was that good a call, were you?
No, it wasn't very good. All right, you're right. McGrady on the drive. He's going to take it in there again. Kwame Brown reached out and grabbed his jersey. So
Tracy McGrady makes them both, has 23 points to lead all scorers. Mike Miller has 18. Garrity 21 off the bench. Dump it into MJ. And they steal it from him.
A nice move and finish from McGrady, finishing off with the leaning left-hander.
Points in the paint now 18 for the Magic. Outscoring the Wizards. Lue lost it momentarily. Stackhouse long jumper, no good. Beautiful play, but taken by Miller.
Brian Russell trying to keep that ball alive and keep it away from the Magic rebounders.
Largest lead of the game is 17, and it's now cut on a Tyronn Lue jumper. Three-pointer for Lue. Garrity open for Jay, missed it. Kemp is there, tips it up, no good, and Jordan has another rebound. That's 8 in the game for MJ. So he is 2 rebounds and 1 assist away from a triple-double. Inside, Michael lays it in. 21 points in the game for his airness.
Well, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, he looks like he's really going after Tracy McGrady. I mean, at both ends, he's been playing defense on it the whole game.
Well, they've had a nice battle.
Yes, they have.
Traveling on McGrady. Fans, check out tomorrow's Sports Stars today on the Washington Post High School Sports Show. Join host Chick Hernandez as he highlights the best of our region's young athletes every.
I mean, without trying to take the game over, it just seems like when he's had the opportunity, he's gone right at Tracy McGrady and tried to handle him defensively, and that's been a tough assignment.
Wizards turn it over. McGrady. 27 points for McGrady, which is what he had against the Wizards the first time they met on December 6th. Michael Jordan, by the way, with 9 assists, tying his season high, which he had against Toronto. Stackhouse, no good. 14-point Magic lead as Russell gets set to check back in. Kemp inside, and he traveled with the ball. And a timeout with 2:54 to play in regulation. We'll see if the sent from the field in the quarter, 7 of 11.
Washington not much worse, really. 6 for 13, almost 50%.
Stackhouse driving to the paint, draws the foul. It's on Miller. That's number 3 on Miller as Tyronn Lue will come back in for Doug Collins. Correction, 4th on Miller. And Stackhouse to the line where he's 8 of 10 tonight, has 16 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. Michael Jordan comes out of the game and gets a standing ovation from the crowd here in Orlando, many of whom just realizing that Michael has come out of the game. Standing ovation in Orlando.
Boy, he played a terrific game, too. Just filled up all of the stat lines.
Jordan in 39 minutes, 8 of 17, all 5 of his free throws, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 steals, and 21 points for Jordan.
And you're talking about going up head-to-head against the leading scorer in the league,
who is just about at his average, 29 points for McGrady, averages 30, and the Wizards turn it over. And that is Washington's 18th turnover of the night. .32 now for McGrady. And the Wizards' season high in turnovers is 23 at Philadelphia on November 17th. And this one has slipped away from Washington after getting close a couple of times, but not able to stop the shooting despite a tremendous performance from Michael Jordan. Stackhouse had 18, Hughes 13, and Laettner 11. But Brendan Haywood in a starting role tonight, unable to secure a rebound this evening at 7 points. And Kwame Brown 2 rebounds off the bench as Tracy McGrady checks out. He too with a nice ovation.
We talked about Brendan's success offensively. Showed some good moves around the basket and shot the ball well. But you can't forget about the main part of the game, and that's the rebounding.
Wizards out-rebounded tonight 37-27.
And again, some of that is due to the fact that they send you out on the perimeter. You start rotating and switching, and you find yourself on a perimeter shooter. You can't come off it. So our big men sometimes get caught away from the basket.
Bobby Simmons and Ryan Cardinal in the game for Washington. Pat Burke takes a jumper, and there's Darrell Armstrong for the rebound. Pat Burke from Auburn in the game, along with Ryan Humphrey, the rookie forward from Notre Dame. Vaughn goes inside and scores. Greg Willard spots a foul. It's called on Humphrey. And the Wizards will shoot 1 plus the penalty. So a tough go here this evening, Phil, against a team that the Wizards really don't match up real well with for some reason. But again, this is the type of team with so many good outside shooters that it's imperative you get a body somewhere out there, because if you leave these guys alone beyond the three-point arc, they'll make you pay.
Yeah, as they have tonight, 10 three-pointers, I think, 11 three-pointers, 11 for 20. But they've also hurt Washington on the offensive glass. Washington not doing the job defensively in terms of rebounding the ball, and that's something throughout most of the season they've been pretty solid with.
Tyronn Lue puts up a jumper and hits. Lue with 7 points off the bench on 3 of 4 shooting. 110-93. 10 straight winning seasons, 4th longest active streak. Last year 44 and 38. Right now they're 18 and 15 after this victory about to be secured here this evening. But more importantly, this will be 12 of the last 13 times that Orlando has beaten Washington here in the Sunshine State. Take a look at our Subway play of the day. A steal off a Stackhouse pass. Armstrong up ahead to T-Mac, and T-Mac ahead of everybody for a monster slam. It was against the Wizards.
Well, his career highs, his 2 top performances also against the Wizards. 50 points he had last season, and the season before that had a 49-point game back at MCI Center.
T-Mac had 9 assists against Washington back on December 6th here. Hughes makes them both. Larry Hughes with 15 points tonight, all 4 of his free throws and 5 of 10 from the field. And the Magic can dribble out the clock here as they'll beat Washington for the 2nd time this season. The 2 teams will play again. Both games will come up in D.C., so you'll have a chance to come to the MCI Center to see Tracy McGrady take on Michael Jordan and the Wizards a little later on this season. That's the final here, 112-95 for Phil Chenier. This is Steve Buckhantz. And for our entire Comcast Sportsnet crew,